Hello everyone, it is the Angry Honey Badger, and I'm going to be taking a look at another champion today. I'm playing Cho'gath in the top lane. At level 1, I like to start with Boots and Pots. You can also take a Doran's Ring if you really want to, if you're really just destroying your mana. But nonetheless, I usually just like to start Boots Pots. It's pretty simple to take. I got Riven top. I'm going to be a little bit careful with her because she's pretty strong early game. But there's some easy tactics for me to stay in lane and other stuff that I'll cover. First off, with your passive, which is Carnivore, when you kill a unit, you get health back and a little bit of mana back. So every time I do kill a minion, I am getting some health back, which is very, very nice. There I did actually send her back because she's been getting a little greedy, but you can see I'm getting a handful of my life back in lane just for last hitting creeps, which is going to be a great way to be able to stay in lane. I am going through my mana a little bit faster, but I'll go ahead and cover that too real quick. What that is for me to get all of my mana back is I actually took my AP caster page with Cho'gath because his AP ratios are really, really good. So it's actually pretty viable to take that type of a setup with him. So I have my mana regeneration seals, so that's one way I'm able to stay in lane there. I actually did make her go back one more time. That last time I did go back when she was coming back to lane and I had the lane pushed, I went back and bought a health crystal and another health pot, and I bought a ward to ensure that I would be safe in top lane in case there was a gank. I would maybe have a chance to see it before they were there. So like I was saying with my runes page, though, I do go with the mana regeneration per level seals, so I'll have mana coming in pretty good at a good rate, so I always have some mana on me. I also then go with the AP per level glyphs, the magic penetration marks, and flat AP runes. Here I'm getting into a little fight with her. I have my ultimate, which is Feast, and there I'm going to bite her and eat her. Om nom nom. And the nice thing about his ultimate, which if you don't know, because if you don't play Cho'gath, is whenever you consume something with it, you get a stack, and it scales as the game goes on, and you can stack it up to 6 times. So at the end of the game, if you've stacked your ultimate by eating a minion or finishing off champions by eating them, you'll have an extra 900 health, which is very nice. Also, then that's when Cho'gath grows in size as well. Jumping back a little bit, though, at level 1, I typically take my Scream at level 1, which is his W, just because it's very nice to silence an enemy in case you're having an issue. Here I'm about to get ganked. I'm starting to run back. I flash, try to get a little space between me. I'm going to throw down my Rupture right there so I can knock them up and they get that slow applied to them. I thought I was going to get away right here, but Mouse actually then going to come in and start taking this and all in. I got more up here now too, so we got 3 of them. I'm going to turn around and throw down another Rupture to knock, oh well, no one in the air. But luckily I did hit her, and she's going to take one too many tower hits, so I actually am going to pick up a kill as well. So kind of a thank God moment for that. So like I was saying, at level 1, I do like to take a Scream. It's very nice to silence. I usually level that up the most. It does really, really good damage. So does his Rupture, but you obviously can't always hit it because there is that 1-second delay, and you kind of have to predict their movement with it a little bit. Here I'm going to come back top lane after I was back. I finished my Boots and my Catalyst. And I'm going to move in here with Shen. Shen's going to move and get the taunt off. I put the Rupture a little bit too far forward because I thought in case he missed, then I'd maybe hit him with that. There I'm also going to kill him. I ignited him and took a bite out of him and then finished him off with, I think, a standard attack. So I'm going to kill Mordekaiser, which is going to be a good little fight there too, I suppose. So I got 3 kills now. I'm doing my best to poke on Riven when she gets in my face. The first thing I try to do after she jumps into my face to stun me is I try to immediately get my Scream off to silence her so she can't do much. Here I know she's standing back in that bush. I'm going to fight some minions real quick, try to get a little bit more health back. I have Shen coming around real quick. I'm going to get into a quick little fight with her. I silence her, I knock her up into the air, and probably would have been okay. It would have been close on getting that kill, but Shen's going to come in and clean that up. Just so we're safe on that. Malphite shows up top, but I'm just going to go ahead and retreat. So, the last few times back, as I stated, I got my Boots of Swiftness, is what I got. Move speed's really nice on Cho'gath, obviously, so you can catch up to them and get your Ruptures down. Here I'm going to come around Mordekaiser. He's in the middle, and he's pushing the tower. He just killed our mid. I'm going to come around and put that down. Miss him just barely. I'm going to run up to him, Scream, knock down most of his shield, and take 1 bite out of him. After that, and he's going to die. So I consumed him. Something else to remember about your Feast with your stacks. When you do die, you lose 3 of your stacks. I did lose top tower, and Shen did die. That is going to happen. But like I was saying, you do lose 3 of your stacks, though, when you do die as Cho'gath. So remember that to eat minions to get your health to max back out. His ultimate's cooldown is very, very short. it's like 45 seconds at level 3. It might even be less than that. So it's just something to remember that you're never going to really have a problem having it be back up, because I ate a minion top and it's already back up already. So last time I went back, I did buy a blasting one. The first real item I am building toward is a Rod of the Ages. It's going to be great for the health and the AP because of his ratios, and obviously the health is going to be very nice to have. Here, our Caitlyn is going to get killed, but I'm going to move in and take a bite out of Mordekaiser, and I ignited him, and that's going to kill him. Yeah, now I'm going to move around to help the rest of my team because I had those two distracted for a split second. I'm going to move in here and knock up the Volibear and come in and scream at him. We're going to try to start finishing him off, which I think I do. Nope, Malphite does. And now we are in between Riven and Malphite on their team. Going to knock him up. We're going to start to focus their Malphite and silence him. He's going to start to retreat a little bit. I'm going to get stunned by Riven. She's going to move in and knock me back. Now we're just going to start to turn to focus her because he's trying to get away. He's going to try to come in and help her best that he can, though. So when he gets back in here, I'm going to scream at him and kill him. And then I think Malphite is going to pick up the kill on her after everybody gets a little bit of lag right there and freezes. I'm going to knock her up, and Malphite's going to finish her off. So not too bad there. Got a couple kills and a couple assists. Pretty long little fight, but nothing too bad. As for my Masteries page that I do take for ChoGath, I go with the 2109. I go with all the AP stuff. I build him really AP, but still really heavy in the tank AP side for items. Because, I mean, some people full tank ChoGath, and that totally works. I kind of do half tank. It's like the mage tank. You typically will see it sometimes with people playing Gragas that way, or people who are playing other champions that way, I suppose. But that's how I roll. I'm going to go in here. I'm going to get focused really hard, real quick by Mordekaiser, and that's going to kill me just a little bit with his ult and his ignite on me. I am going to pick up an assist, though, on the Malphite, and I am going to pick up another assist on Mordekaiser, which is nice. We're starting to get our Swain fed a little bit. They're going to move in, too. Swain's going to pick up the triple kill, which is very good. Last time I was back at base, I did finish off the Rod of Ages. Like I said, it's going to be great to get all that health, that mana. Then you obviously get the health back per level when you level up, and the mana regeneration, and then the AP, which is a great bonus. And then the next item I'm starting to build is, hey, look, more health and more AP. I'm building Rylai's Crystal Scepter because of ChoGath has a handful of AoE, which is very, very good. When you hit them with your Rupture, you're going to be getting a little bit more slow on them for that, and then along with your Scream as well. So it's just another bonus to stack the health. So you're stacking your health with your Rod of Ages, you're stacking health with Rylai's Crystal Scepter, and you're stacking it when you feast, which is always a good thing. So, lots and lots of health. Now right now, obviously I do not have too much resists for armor or magic resist. So, I mean, you kind of have to... You can still melt in theory, but you have so much health, it does take a while. Let alone, they usually won't focus you right away because you're just way too tanky. So here... yeah, that was like a 3 hit. I think I knocked her up. I screamed at her and bit her. And then I think Shen's going to move in here now and just hit him twice. And that's going to end him. And I'll pick up the assist on that. But yeah, you get pretty darn tanky and still do so much damage because his AP ratios are pretty legit, to say the least. So, all that fun stuff with that. I'm going to move over here now because they're moving in on the turret. And going to scream at them as well and start attacking with all that fun stuff. I think we're focusing Mordekaiser because he is obviously a nuisance and is going to be dealing the most damage out of these two. I'm going to take a bite out of him, I think. Yes, I will. I'm going to flash away then from this Malphite for a second, and I'm going to scream at him to silence him. Now, I'm going to let Shen start to fight this, and we're actually in Skype talking, so I'm telling him that I'm going to come up here and just start assisting him. I'm going to have him taunt him one more time before I Rupture him back up. So there it would be. He's going to get knocked up. I'm going to scream at him to silence him one more time, and I'm going to standard attack him and pick up the assist. So I knew it was safe for me to move back in there. I knew I was probably not going to die after silencing him. He wasn't going to standard attack me to death. So picked up a kill and an assist there, which is going to be good. Finished off my Crystal Scepter. So now I got tons of life, which is great, obviously. And a handful of AP, really. So looks like Volibear's going to get away there. But I'm just going to keep farming up and keep pushing lanes. We're pretty much tied up, I think. Now we got one more tower than they do currently. But it's a decently even game for pushing-wise. I think we're out killing them. Here I'm going to go back and pick up some magic resist. That is going to be built towards my next item, which is going to be the Abyssal Scepter. Get a little bit more AP and get some resists and some additional magic penetration on their team. or get their resists down at least. Here I'm going to move in. I'll get the assist, or the assist on Volibear and the kill on Riven. I had the Ignite up. I had Feast up too. I really wanted to consume one of them for fun, but no dice there. We're going to move in over here and get Baron while most of them are dead. I think Malphite's up along with Mordekaiser, and they're going to make their way over here, but it's going to be too late for them. They also do get a hint that we're doing it because Shen dies to Baron. I was trying to tank it and stand on it best I could, but he kept knocking me back and refocusing Shen. Caitlyn's going to start going for blue buff. I'm going to wait here because Mord's moving in. I'm going to silence him. And I'm going to end up getting the assist from Swain on that. So a nice little way to stick around. And all that fun stuff. But like I said, the next item I'm building is the Abyssal Scepter, which is a good item, obviously, to get that magic resist up. If you wanted even more life and you wanted to start going really tanky, obviously you'd want to probably go with a Banshee's Veil. Get more of that life, and you get the resist as well, which will be a great item. Here we're going to move in, and I silence the bear. We're not going to get over to him, but I am going to just feast on their blue buff to steal that, because your feast, in case you don't know, is great for stealing monsters. It does 1,000 damage, true damage, on them, so it's a great way to ensure getting Baron or Dragon or stealing buffs if you move in while they're taking one and they don't have their smite, or if it's a character that doesn't have smite. So, all of that fun stuff. But then, there's a couple weird ways that you can finish out this build, because this is starting to end, well, it's starting to go unfortunately for them, really. I'm going to knock somebody up in the air. Is it going to kill somebody? I think it just kills Volibear, which is fine. But there's a couple interesting ways you can finish this build. Now you can go Deathcap and do even more insane amount of damage, which is really fun to do, obviously. If you need some armor too, you can go with a Sunfire Cape if you want more health too with that, or you can go Hourglass and you can have more AP and Stasis, which is ridiculous as well. Also, Guardian Angel. There's really a lot of ways to finish Cho'gath. I just really think this is the basics to start with him to really just get going, because, I mean, you can probably run around with these two items the rest of the game and still be quite a huge threat. One other funny way to finish him is to get a Malady and a Wits End to have insane amount of attack speed, so your Vorpal Spikes do crazy damage. But other than that, guys, that's going to be this build video. And if you liked what you saw, I'd appreciate it if you liked and subscribed. But other than that, I'll see you in the next build video.